Right, just putting my socks and shoes on after getting across the ford. I just looked at the bit of film I took and I looked like a, I don't know, let's say not very elegant. So I'm over in the very west of the Brecon Beacons National Park, Bannau Sir Gaer, and I'm heading even farther west from here and towards hopefully camping on or near Garreg Las, which is pretty remote really. It's on the Brecon Beacons way. I need to get up this hill behind me and then find some water and then find somewhere to camp. So let's go. I should say, got a couple of new pieces of kit, which I will show you. One of them you'll be able to spot if you're got your eyes open. One not so obvious. Anyway, let's get up the hill. It's about 4 o'clock now. No rain expected. High cloud with the sun peeping through occasionally. Winds 15 to 20 miles an hour on the tops. Should be a nice quiet night. Oh, blimey. I'm not even halfway up yet and I'm knackered. I think I worked out if I get up to about 560 meters, then I can then turn east and sort of contour around towards Carreg Yr Ogof. Carreg Yr Ogof, yeah. Rock of the cave, it means. There's apparently a cave there. Surprise, surprise. Also a lime kiln and evidence of a limestone quarrying. So we're going to have a look at that. So I'm at 560 meters-ish now. And I've started contouring along the side of this hill to save myself going up and back down again. What I need to be doing is getting across to this col over here. You can see where the stream's coming down and the ridge the other side, the first lump of it, that's Carreg Yr Ogof. And then about a kilometre farther on there is Garreg Las. Okay, I'm at the bottom of Carreg Yr Ogof. Just climbing up the front. And as I said earlier, there's been a lot of limestone quarrying here back in the day. Just coming up to one of the levels here. You can see and a lot of spoil heaps down there. So I'm not finding this cave so far, but if I can find the lime kiln I will. I'll have another look. But I need to get on really because time's getting on. Right, let's get up to the trig point. Oh, yoy. Wow, look at this. Amazing. So, Carmarthen Fan over there. This is Carmarthenshire. Absolutely staggering view. Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting a view quite like that, but my word. Fabulous. Right. So next, see that huge cairn over there? We're going over there next. And then find somewhere to park for the night. Right, here we are on the top of Garreg Las. You can see Carmarthen Van over there. The light's starting to go. Shouldn't be, not yet, but the most imposing thing here is this thing. This is a British Bronze Age burial cairn and it's huge. They investigated a similar one that was much smaller than this farther east and found two 2 internments in it, so they think there are probably multiple internments in this one. And it's just massive. And what's even more amazing is over here, there's another one. So they're huge. They're like 20 meters across, 8 foot high at the moment, I guess. Just massive. Just amazing. Right, well, as you can see, there's no point in looking for a pitch round here. So I'll have to go down one side or the other, try and get away from the rocks. Also, of course, I wouldn't want any of these buried people to come up and surprise me in the night, would I? Right, so here's tonight's setup. I've gone posh, really. I brought the X-Mid 2-piece solid out with me, so it's an absolute palace. I was going to do a review of it today, but it's not the best pitch in the world. I'd like to get it on a flat pitch before I do that. Now in here we've got the usual Nemo Riff 30 sleeping bag and the usual Nemo Tensor sleeping mat. But what I've got now underneath, I've got one of these very thin foam mats. I bought it from Ultralight Outdoors Gear, and it's supposed to do 2 things. Well, it's supposed to stop the mat sliding around, but I'm hoping that it stops the noise when you move on the mat, because it seems to squeak against the tent. And Lyn and I were in a campsite recently, and every time one of us moved we thought, good grief, you know, we must be waking up the rest of the camp. So I bought one of these to see if this quietens it. Inside here, the nice thing about the Riff, it's got this pillow barn, and I put the Sea to Summit pillow inside there, so that's not going anywhere. Lovely jubbly. Food tonight, I've got porridge in the morning. This is blackberry and fruit porridge, but I've added chocolate chips and sultanas and raisins and stuff. For the main course tonight, I've got Ben's original Caribbean flavoured, or Caribbean inspired flavoured rice. And I'm going to add some pre-cooked peri-peri chicken to that. And then, of course, the usual cheese and biscuits. You might have noticed earlier on that I've got a new rucksack, and I'll talk about this maybe tomorrow morning rather than squeeze it in today, but it's a Mo, custom Mo from Atompacks, and I'm already loving it. So it's gone off really cold now. Every so often there's a breeze, but it's freezing breeze. I got set up finally. I actually tried 2 other pitches, but I couldn't get the pegs in. So I've had to come down quite a way to get away from, you know, to find some grass that was thick enough to take a peg. All this shattered rock here. But I'm not too unhappy with that. I mean, I've got a really good view behind me, so that'll be good. Garreg Las, yeah, that's the hill I'm on, and it means blue rock, Garreg rock, and Las is blue in Welsh. I think if you look at the rocks here, I think you can see why. Gotta be honest, this is, well, Caribbean flavour rice and then peri-peri chicken. It's a bit spicy. I can't see anyone else camped on any of the ridges. Looks like I'm out here on my own. I did go and try and film the sunset, but by the time I got there it was almost over. So I probably got about, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds. I'll put it up anyway, you know. Just, well, because I had to run, well, best as I could over the rocks and the bilberries and the bogs. Hump it up there, quite a long way. I hadn't realised how far I'd come down actually. So because of the effort I put into it, I will show it to you, but prepare to be underwhelmed. So that's it for tonight then. Just got to drink the last brew and get my head down. Anyway, I think I've recovered from the slog across pathless tussocky grass to get here. Just got to decide which way to go in the morning. I think I'll get up and have a look and see. Anyway, look after yourselves till the morning. I'll see you then. Good morning. Got the sun shining on my face. It's going to be a beautiful day. Slept well. And this thin mat really does cut down the noise of my sleeping bag grinding against the tent floor, so that's a big success. This 2p, it's like an absolute palace. For a one, it's ridiculously large. Right, time to get some breakfast on. It's coming up to 6 o'clock now, so I'll get the kettle on and start breakfast. It's going to be a beautiful day, I think, because there's not a cloud in the sky. Right, so while the kettle's boiling, let's have a look at where I am. So I'm a little bit down off the ridge, probably about 200 or 300 yards away from the other side really. But look at this view. You can see, I'm not sure how well you can see this on the GoPro, but there's lots of little pock marks all over those hills there, especially down in there. Those are shake holes and sinkholes because it's, you know, it's limestone country and there are lots of caves underneath. So there's a huge one down over there. We're going to have a look at that bit later on perhaps. Okay, finally ready to go. It's taken me quite a while, but yeah, I'm in no hurry to leave. This is a lovely place. So let's have a look and show you, leaving no trace, just that bit of flattened grass as per usual. Now what I'm going to do, I was thinking that I might go over that way, get down in that valley and then take that hill, go up to the peak up there. But actually I'm going to go back and have another look for that cave, because obviously it's early in the morning, I've got plenty of time to look now. And we'll see if we can find it this time. Right, I've got a bit of rock hopping to do, as you can see. So I've got to get up there and then walk along the ridge and then back to Carreg Yr Ogof and look for that cave. Right, I've mentioned sinkholes a couple of times, once or three. So I've just come across one. I'll show you what they look like. So there you are. So underneath there somewhere is a stream and limestone that's been gradually eroded away as the stream went over or through, and then eventually the ground above it has collapsed in. And there's dozens, if not hundreds of these all over this piece of mountain. So I was just about to give up and go home and I found the cave. And the way I read it, it said it had a metre square entry hole and you go down into a cavern and then over some blocks into another cavern. So I thought, well, that sounds okay. It's only like 7 meters. But this is what I found. And as you can see, it's outside anything that I should do. It goes down there. That's not gonna happen. But either way, I found it. So there you go. There's the cave. So I put the lid back as best I could. Love it, wheelie bin lid. Yeah, I didn't find the lime kiln, but I did find the cave. So I'm happy about that. I can go on the next part of my journey now. Medic! Well, if you know, you know. So I've got to Bannau Sir Gaer, these cliffs. The pointy one over there is Picws, and then I think it's Featherweight, the other side. And if you look down in here, Lyn Y Fan Fach, half empty, and work going on. I think they're replacing pipes. So the question is, what do I do now? Let's have a look at the time. It's only 10:15. So I'm thinking I might as well go up to Picws, down the other side into the col in between there and the next one, and then walk back, maybe along that canal, and just extend the walk a bit. Why not? Yeah, let's go and do that. Okay, I said I'd let you have a look at my new pack, my new pride and joy. This is it. It's an Atompacks. As you can see, it's a Mo 50. I was 70 recently, and this is my present from the family. I've just used it, as you've seen on this trip. Nowhere near enough time to assess it properly, but so far so good. I've had to tweak this back panel a bit. There is a frame. It's got like a aluminium strip with a plastic former. I've had to bend that a little bit to fit me a bit better. It was digging into my back when I first got it, but that's sorted. This is a custom one, so I've got blue side panels, both sides. Oops. And a purple back, because I'm not, you know, that flush. I didn't want white or bright orange or anything, but what I did go for was the bright red bungees all the way around, and I'm not sure if you can see it on here. I'll take a close-up. I've got different coloured tabs all the way down here, and this vibrant pink at the bottom. So my wife got me the rucksack. My kids bought the hip belt pockets. So I'm fully kitted. Yeah, I like it. So that's my new pack. Very expensive. One of my friends called it a Rolls Royce rucksack. I'm not going to argue with that, but yeah. Thanks family, that was really kind. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I've really had a good time, and I'm pretty amazed by the landscape over on Carreg Yr Ogof and Garreg Las. Very different to the rest of the beacons. So if you've enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. If you're not already subscribed, please consider it, and even if you don't do that, have a look at my back catalogue. There's plenty of other wild camps in the Brecon Beacons National Park, or as it's now known as, I think it's Park Cenedlaethol Bannau Sir Gaer. I've been practicing that. Anyway, give us a like, a nice big thumbs up, that'd be great, and thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.